back to another yoga practice with Inner Moon Yoga. Today's practice is going to be a quick but fierce cardio Vinyasa flow. So as we move through today's practice, I just invite you really to let go of any expectations, let go of any commitment to alignment or thinking you should be placing anything in the right place. Just enjoy the flow and really just bring that mind-body connection. So just allowing the mind to become one with the breath as you move through. It's going to be fairly traditional asanas, so traditional poses that hopefully you're familiar with, and we'll just flow through them at a fairly quickly pace. So really just stay with the movement, don't stress too much, just enjoy the flow, enjoy the practice. So we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to start in a nice child's pose. So just find your version, whether you like a wide knee or closer together. If you need any support for your child's pose, you can always use blocks or a cushion and just place underneath the seat and then come down to the elbows versus bringing your whole self down. So finding that sweet spot for you in child's pose and just coming down and bringing that forehead either to your mat or to a block if that feels better. And just taking a couple minutes here just to let go and to arrive on your mat. So you can close your eyes, make any adjustments you need to with the knees or the feet or the ankles. And just allow your body to let go and soften into your yoga mat. Again, bringing that focus to the breath. You don't need to manipulate the breath in any way, but just allow it to smooth out. Allow the mind to connect with the breath. And just giving yourself permission to let go of your to-do list, let go of what you need to do after the practice, let go of what you've already done today, and really just be here, be on your mat, be here for yourself. And just allow that breath to fill up the belly, allow it to encourage the body to soften and let go. And just really bringing your physical body, your mental body into that rest and digest state. Just let go of any stress and just be here. I'd like you to keep a couple intentions in mind as we move through the practice today. So one, just moving through with a joyful, energetic body. So just enjoying the movement, not stressing about it. Number two, just having some love and compassion for yourself, not sweating the small details. And number three, just have an open mind, not having any expectations, just tolerating the consequence of who you are. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean that sometimes we always wish we're something else or we can change something. Just enjoy who you are in this moment. And lastly, just allow sort of a lightness of being. So just a carefree mindset and energy as we move through the practice. So often in a yoga practice, you get caught up in finding that perfect pose, that perfect alignment. And we're seeing a big change in yoga with that and sort of moving away from that rigidness and realizing that it's really about presence, mindfulness, making that mind-body connection and just allowing the body to be in that rest and digest as you move through the practice. So just keeping those things in mind, the joyful spirit, the love and kindness, the open mind, and the lightness of being, the carefree attitude. So we'll just take 3 letting go breaths here as we're in our child's pose. So just inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. And then just slowly making your way out of your child's pose, coming into a nice tabletop position. So just taking your time, coming up into a tabletop. From our tabletop, we're just gonna reverse our hands. So bringing our fingers towards our body and our wrists out away from us for a reverse wrist cat-cow here. So getting a nice stretch here for the wrists. We're gonna do a lot of chaturangas, a lot of up-down. So we'll just get a nice stretch here as we do some cat-cows. So from here, take a nice inhale, come into that cat. So raising that heart up, dipping that mid back down. And as you exhale, come into that scary cat position. And just continue with your breath flow here, not stressing too much. Just enjoying the rhythm, enjoying the stretch. You can even pause a little bit between the breath, can often feel really nice, just to finish off the stretch in each position. You could close the eyes and make it a meditative movement. Again, let go of the stress and just be here. Allow that warm, carefree energy to move in. Allow it to spread out through the body. We'll do 2 more of each here and then meet back in that tabletop position. No rush, but just coming back to that neutral tabletop position. And just gently, those wrists can feel really vulnerable here, so just gently releasing one wrist at a time, sitting back on those heels, and just make any movement just to sort of rebound and allow that fresh blood to come back into the wrists. Nice job. From here, we'll just continue to warm up a little bit the upper body, since we're going to be beating it up a little bit as we move through our Vinyasas and our chaturangas. So from here, we're going to take a nice inhale, bring those arms overhead, bring that right wrist in front of the left, and then just interlace the fingers overhead. Trying to bring the arms alongside the ears. If your shoulders are super tight or you've had shoulder injury, you can always bring them out in front, no problem, okay? Just taking a nice inhale here, bringing in those floating ribs, so not shooting them out, tucking them back in, getting a nice alignment through the core and the spine. And then from here, we're just gonna bend those elbows and bring those hands down, and then bring them back up. Bring them down and back up. Do that one more time. Bring them down and bring them back up. This time as we come down, we're gonna hold. So holding those elbows, pulling those elbows back, and just getting a nice stretch here. Again, being mindful of those ribs, they're not floating out on you. We'll take one more round of breath. And then we'll just slowly release those hands. We're gonna bring them behind our back and interlace the fingers. Take a nice inhale and open up the chest. We'll just be here for 3 rounds of breath, just getting a nice stretch for the front of the shoulders, the chest, the sides of the neck. Sometimes it even feels nice to roll the neck a little bit or just move it in little waves just to release any kinks, any stress that's building up there. Nice job, slowly release. We'll take a nice inhale, raise those arms overhead and just float them down in front of us. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale up and float them down. Inhale up and float them down. Then we're just gonna reverse. Nice, we'll do 2 more like that, just reversing. 1 more. And release. Then we'll do the other side, so raising those arms overhead and bringing that right wrist in front this time. Interlacing those fingers overhead, finding that position that works for you, whether the arms are alongside the head or whether they're out in front, okay? So again, just balance out the core so those ribs come in. Just ride the breath for 2 more rounds. Just getting a nice stretch. And then we're gonna bend those elbows and just float them down and then bring them back up. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to bend the elbows. Nice job. And then next time that those elbows come down, we're gonna hold there, bringing those elbows back, just deepening that stretch. Ribs go in. Belly button sucks in a little bit just to support that lower spine. 1 more round of breath, just like this. And then we'll just raise them up and slowly release. We're gonna bring those hands behind the back again. This time, put that funky baby finger at the bottom. So switching up the interlacing. Take a nice inhale again, and get that nice stretch, that nice release. Sometimes it feels nice just to cock the head a little bit. Let go of any tension. Nice. 1 more round of breath. Slowly release. We'll take a nice inhale, raise those arms overhead again. Do 3 in each direction. 1 more this way. And then we'll just change directions. One more. Nice job. Slowly release. We're going to come forward into a nice plank pose. So stepping back into a strong plank. The knees can certainly be down here, no problem. If you're okay in traditional plank, we're going to come up and just take a moment just to notice how it feels. Notice maybe where you need to elongate and extend, but don't sweat the small stuff, okay? Belly button does come in just to support. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here, just getting a little fired up. Waking up the upper body here, waking up the core. Then if you are comfortable with lowering yourself down in your chaturanga for traditional plank, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, you're gonna drop your knees and then your whole self. So we're gonna come down nice and strongly, nice and slow as we bring our whole self down. Forehead kisses the mat. And then on an inhale, we're just gonna come into a nice baby cobra. So tucking those elbows nice and tight to the body as you come up just into a gentle cobra and back down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale to come up. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale back down. This time you're gonna twist that cobra. So we're gonna come up and open up to the right side and then come back down. Then come up and open to the left side and come back down. We'll do that 2 more times on either side. Opening to the right and coming back down. Just trying to keep a bit of a neutral neck. Nice. Coming up to where you need to, where it feels right for you. No need to push it too much here. Just waking up the lower spine here. Nice job. We'll do 1 more down to the center and coming back up. Awesome job. Coming back to kiss that forehead down, curl those toes, and press back down into your down dog. Oh, that feels nice. A little bit of relief for those arms and shoulders. You can pedal it out a little bit and just wake up that back body. You can press it back. Maybe even bend those knees nice and deeply and then extend it out. Nice job. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here. At any time, if child's pose serves you better, drop the knees and find child's pose, no problem. Then we're just gonna slowly walk those feet to the top of our mat. We'll do them hip width apart and just allow that upper body to fully release and let go. Then on a nice inhale, we'll come for that half lift. So palms to shin, pressing those palms into the shin, elongating through the core, Pulling those shoulders away from the ears. Getting that nice stretch, not only for the back body, but also for the side of the trunk here. Getting a nice extension for the spine, for the vertebrae. We'll take one more round of breath, just like this. Elongate as much as possible. And then exhale and fold. 3 rounds of breath here in our nice forward fold. Don't sweat it. If the hamstrings are tight, put a bend in the knees, no problem. This should feel really good. So just let go. Just be with the pose. Allow the stretch to happen. Don't sweat the small stuff. And if you don't have a bend in the knees, put a really great bend in the knees so that we can roll up one vertebrae at a time, making some great space between the vertebrae as we come up. Just rolling the shoulders and then allowing the neck and the head to arrive. If you get a head rush as you move from being down or forward folding to an up position, just bow the head for a moment. Allow the brain to focus and then bring yourself up. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna get right into it here. We're gonna come to the top of our mat, find a nice connection in our mountain or Tadasana pose. And we're gonna warm up with 3 rounds of traditional sun salutations. So we'll take a nice inhale, raise those arms overhead, palms touch, exhale to bow forward. Inhale that half lift, long spine, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step that right foot back, left goes to meet it, plank pose. Inhale at the top of your plank, exhale to lower down. Inhale into that nice cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that left foot up to the sky. Step it forward. Right comes to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, elongate that spine. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, step that left foot back. Right goes to meet it, plank pose. Exhale to lower yourself down. Inhale into that nice cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that right foot up to the sky. Step it forward. Left comes to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, this time step or float to the back of your mat, plank pose. Exhale to lower yourself down. Inhale into that nice cobra. Exhale, down dog. We're gonna hold this down dog for 2 rounds of breath. Just let it go. Maybe have a nice letting go breath. And then we're gonna bend those knees and we're gonna step or float to the top of our mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up. Palms touch, hands to heart center this time. Just close the eyes and just take a moment to be here. So we're gonna move through 6 different Vinasas, adding everything from low lunge, high lunge, warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, and then we'll put it all together at the end. As we move through our chaturangas, if you want to stick with your cobra, no problem. If you're comfortable in a quick paced Vinyasa flow with up dog, no problem. But just always be mindful that we don't want to cause injury. So if it's something that you're not used to, stick with the cobras, okay? If you're coming down from your plank and then into a cobra versus plank to up dog, okay? So take a nice inhale and inhale that love, that carefree, that open mind, that joyful body, keeping those sensations and that ease with you as we move through. Nice job. You can slowly open the eyes and release the hands. Take a nice inhale, raise those arms overhead. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step or float to the back of your mat, plank pose. Exhale to lower yourself down. Inhale into that cobra or that up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that right leg up to the sky. Step it forward for a low lunge on this side. Inhale those arms up to the sky. Exhale those hands back down. Step back, plank pose. Inhale to the top. Exhale to lower down. Inhale into your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that left foot up to the sky. Step it forward, low lunge on this side, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands back down. Step back, plank pose. Exhale to lower down. Inhale into your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Oh, 2 rounds of breath here. Nice job. Just let it go. Catch your breath. Then bend those knees, and the end of an exhale is when you step or float to the top of your mat for forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up, palms touch. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step or float to the back of your mat, plank pose. Exhale to lower yourself down. Inhale into that cobra or that up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that right foot up to the sky. Step it forward for high lunge on this side. Inhale those arms up to the sky. Exhale back down, plank pose. Exhale to lower yourself down. Inhale into your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that left foot up to the sky. Step it forward, high lunge on this side, arms to the sky. Exhale back down, plank pose. Exhale to lower yourself down. Inhale into that cobra or that up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice job, 2 rounds of breath here. Just catch your breath. If child's pose serves you better, drop the knees, no problem. 1 more round. Then bend those knees, step or float to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up to the side, swan dive all the way up, palms touch. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step or float to the back of your mat, plank pose. Exhale to lower yourself down. Inhale into a nice cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that right foot up to the sky, step it forward. You're gonna find warrior 1 here on this side. Arms to the sky. Exhale back down. Plank pose. Lowering down on that exhale. Inhale into that cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that left foot up. Step it forward. Warrior 1 on this side. Arms to the sky. Exhale back down. Plank pose on the exhale. Inhale into a nice cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 rounds of breath. Nice job. Just let it go. Find that energy. Find that rhythm. Bending those knees, stepping or floating to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up, palms touch. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step or float to the back of your mat, plank pose. Exhale to lower yourself down. Inhale into your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that right foot up to the sky. Step it forward for warrior 2 on the side. Rainbow those arms up. Find your warrior 2. Rainbow them back down. Plank pose on the exhale. Inhale on the cobra or the up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that left foot up. Step it forward, drop the back foot 45 degrees. Rainbow those arms up, warrior two. Rainbow them back down. Plank pose as you exhale. Inhale into that cobra or that up dog. Exhale, down dog, 2 rounds of breath. Nice job. Again, you need to drop the knees, no problem. Just smoothing out the breath. Then we're gonna bend those knees, step or float to the top of our mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step or float to the back of your mat, plank pose. Exhale to lower yourself down. Inhale into a nice cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that right foot up to the sky. Step it forward. We're gonna find warrior three here. Finding the balance on that right foot as we come up into our warrior three pose. Bring those hands back down, plank pose. Exhale to lower down. Inhale into cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that left foot up, step it forward. Find that balance for warrior three on that left leg as you come up. Nice job. Bring those hands back down, plank pose. Exhale to lower down. Inhale into your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 rounds of breath, down dog or child's pose. Nice job. Smoothing out the breath. Find your rhythm. Tune into that energy that's being built. Great work. Bending those knees, stepping or floating to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, fold. Inhale, those arms all the way up, palms touch. This time, hands to heart center. Close the eyes, take a moment to be. All right, this time we're gonna put it all together. One last big round. So when you're ready, bring that joy, that carefree, that open mind, and love-filled heart with you. As we open the eyes, release the hands. Take a nice inhale, raise those arms up overhead. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step or float to the back of your mat, plank pose. Exhale to lower down. Inhale into that cobra or that up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that right foot up to the sky. Step it forward for that low lunge. Arms to the sky. And then we're gonna come up, that high lunge. Let's open up the arms this time. Awesome. Arms back to the sky as we find warrior one pose. Rainbow those arms open into warrior two. Find your mojo, step forward for warrior three. Nice job. Hands back down to the mat, left foot to the back of the mat, drag that right back, plank pose. Inhale to the top of your plank, exhale to lower down. Inhale into that cobra or that up dog. Exhale, down dog. Other side. Inhale that left foot up, step it forward, low lunge, arms to the sky. Bring it up, high lunge, open up those arms like a U. Nice job. Arms back to the sky as we drop that back foot for warrior one. Rainbow those arms open for warrior two. Nice job. Find your mojo, step forward. Warrior three. Awesome job. Bring those hands back down. Right toes fall back, left toes to meet them, plank pose. Inhale to the top of your plank. Exhale to lower down. Inhale into that cobra or that up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice job. Just catch your breath here. You did it. That was a quick but fast-paced. Awesome job. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here. And then we'll find our child's pose. Good job. So we're gonna drop those knees. We're We're gonna find child's pose, but we're gonna thread the needle here just for our shoulders. So taking that right hand, thread it under the left arm as you come down into your child's pose. Extend that left long arm long in front of you. And just take a couple rounds of breath here. Just letting go. Allowing that breath to slow down. Allowing that energy body to really take over. And allow those great hormones that have been released, the endorphins, allow that feeling of those feel-good hormones to wash over you. Nice job. We'll slowly just come out of that thread the needle and we'll set up for the other side. So taking that left arm under the right, sitting back on those heels, extending out. If this doesn't feel right, the child's pose with thread the needle, you can always use tabletop thread the needle as well. If you're someone that has any knee issues or ankle issues, you can stay up in that tabletop and still do thread the needle with the arms. Nice job. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here. Just let go and soften. And just enjoy the sensations that are happening not only in your body but your mind as well. And then just slowly bring yourself back up. Bring those knees forward a little bit, cross those ankles, and sit back on your seat. Extend those legs nice and long out in front of you for staff pose. So I like to just remove that extra flesh from my seat. Take a nice inhale, bring those arms overhead. Exhale to find a nice forward fold here. So just holding on to whatever works for you, your shins, your ankles, your feet, and just allow the chin to bow down. And we'll just hang out here for about 45 seconds or so, just to get a nice stretch through the whole back body here. Making any movement that feels nice for the neck, just to encourage any stress that maybe had built up during those intense chaturangas. Just let it go. And just really bringing that mind back to being one with the breath here. Really doing your best to intertwine that and let go of any thoughts that arise as they come. I like to just identify them. If it's a thought about the future, I just say future. If it's a thought about the past, I just say past. And it brings me back to the moment. And the more I do that, the stronger I get in the moment. Then from here, just let go of the gripping and just allow the feet just to splay out the side, the legs to be relaxed, and be like a rag doll in this forward fold. So really just letting go of everything. We'll just hang here for another 45 seconds. So hopefully this was a good practice for you. It's short, but it's fierce. So when we're short on time, but we want to make that connection, that we want to find that mind space of being in the moment. It's a good practice to come to. Sometimes I find when it's a fast-paced, it really does keep me in the moment. I can't think about my grocery list or my to-do list or anything like that. I really am just on my mat. I'm with my breath. I'll just take 2 more rounds of breath here. And then we'll just slowly release, bring ourselves back up, and just to completely, and then just allowing yourself to spill back onto your mat And finding your final resting pose, your ultimate pose of rebound and recovery. It's where the body can realign and find new positions for the connective tissue and the fascia in a stronger, more supple position. So try not to skip your Savasana. Try to take these 2 minutes to lie back and close the eyes, noticing how the body is completely supported, and just really allow yourself to let go here. Noticing the sensations, the energy in the soles of the feet, in the palms of the hands, and allowing the love and the compassion from the heart to allow it to spill out and wash over the body, giving permission for the mind to be clear and open, and building the foundation for joy and happiness, increasing that baseline for yourself. And just be with the sensation, the energy of lightness that's throughout your body right now. Encouraging that carefree energy to start moving throughout the body. And just let yourself be here for the last couple of rounds of breath. And when you're ready, just bring a little bit of movement. Fingers in the toes. You bring the arms overhead for a nice stretch. You could hug those knees in. And just roll yourself forward and back. A nice easy sitting pose. You can keep the eyes closed if that feels better, and just bring the palms together and the hands at heart center. And just remind yourself when you walk off this mat to take all these feelings with you and use them as your foundation for the rest of your day, the rest of your week. I hope this practice nourished your mind, your body, and your spirit. Namaste.